What I want to ask is what haven't we covered? We've gone over a lot of topics, but what haven't we talked about that you think is going to be really important that the audience needs to know?
We haven't talked too much about team building, I guess. So we can talk a little bit about how do you build and scale that team? Because I've been in these roles where, hey, I came in when there's early marketing, maybe small team, and we went to a much larger team, one global team. I guess one of the things I would say there is I think marketing organizations shift back and forth. You get channel owners versus objective owners. I've always, especially early on, have been a big fan of objective owners. I mean that in the sense of like you're going to own customer activation. So having more goal sets around that, because especially when you have such a lean team, that gives them much more freedom to say, "Hey, I'm gonna learn these different channels," or "I'm gonna think about the content in a different way." And you can build players that maybe aren't necessarily have that in their background, but you can kind of mold them to be more generalists, so to speak, but not in this all around. How do I have more things at my disposal versus, "Hey, I'm purely demand gen and I'm in this bucket and that's all I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna focus on digital channels." So I've been a big fan of doing that from early on, and at some point you need to shift and say, "Yes, I need to have more of a services group," and all that. Growing pains as an organization grows, but I think early on, making sure people have clear objectives as objective owners, that's huge. And that unlocks a lot of potential for individuals. So that's one of the things that I have found have worked well as a a team leader.